Hey, what's up, AP Lang students? Today we're going to be talking about claims and evidences. So, let's start off with what is an argument. So, making an argument is making an assertion, okay, or a thesis supporting it with evidence, and it's not disagreeing with someone else. So, an argument is saying, "Oh, I don't like McDonald's." No, you're making the bigger assertion with evidence. So elements of an argument is the main idea or thesis that has reason, and their reason are backed by evidence, like I said earlier. So the main idea, like I said, is assertion and what it tells your opinion or stance on the issue. Okay? It is very important as it tells the readers the purpose of your main idea. The main idea is how the writer builds an essay. Okay, and it can be found anywhere. So your essay is basically like your bun, right? Your foundation for your writing. Okay, reasons are claims that are used up to build an argument, which sets up a line of reasoning. Sorry, it's been a long weekend. I'm spending my Sunday just relaxing after a long weekday, not weekend. Oh my goodness. Effective reasoning and claims. So they must be interesting. That's the one thing. They must be interesting. They do not state the obvious. They include evidence, okay, and they consider the radical situation, and the ideas or the reasons are organized. So types of evidence you can be having, or I'm just gonna list it out: facts, anecdotes, analogies, statistics, details, illustration, expert opinions, personal observations, okay, and experiences, testimonies, and experiments. Okay, so I'm going to turn my page over here. I have it reading so I don't look down all the time, so I can look at you and my notes at the same time. So there's different ways you can organize, right? There's chronological order, description, cause and effect, compare and contrast, problem and solution, order of important logical topics, claims, and combination of one of those. So how do you analyze arguments? One, you do not list the components. Okay, you analyze the choices a writer makes for a specific purpose to a specific audience, aka the radical situation. The rhetorical, I don't know, tomato, and it considers the organization of the argument and whether it was effective. Okay, consider whether the evidence a writer chooses to support their argument is effective, or the specific audience, if it appeals to them. Okay, so the following appeals: ethos, pathos, and logos. Okay, so there are different ways writers select and embed evidence into their argument to support their claim. Quotation, I'm pretty sure I'd have to go over quotation, but you're basically copying word for word what a person has said in quotation marks. Paraphrasing, you're basically taking the words and paraphrasing it into your own words. Summary, you're basically just doing a snapshot of the whole entire thing. Writer can use signal words, okay, when presenting evidence, such as argues, contends, emphasize, explain, observes, suggests, and writes. So certain words, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later as well, certain words really help shape the sentence. Okay? So you want to look for how a writer uses evidence and how it's woven into the writing and how it impacts your writing. Okay? How the writer writes will help you shape what you think of it. Okay? So, how do you build a defensible claim? A defensible claim is a statement about a subject that requires supporting evidence. Okay? So, I like to call it analogies, but they're not really analogies. They're just, little ways you can help remember it. So basically, the basic format is basically claim equals the reason, evidence equals the support to show the evidence, explanation is two or more sentences explaining how the evidence support the claim, and then connection to the thesis means what it means in the relation of the thesis. Okay, and there's that's just the basic construct of it, but you can also think about it as axis or peel. Axis is assertion. Assertion is the reason. The X in example is the specific evidence for the supporting. Okay, explanation, which is the E, two or more sentences that explain how the evidence supports the claim, and significant, how it relates back to the thesis. Peel, the P is point or reason, evidence, specific evidence to support, explanation, two or more sentences explaining the evidence, and link, how it links back to the thesis. Some transition words you can think of, and I definitely need to review this because I always say the very, very similar, transition words. I'm just going to list it out for you. Is after, to demonstrate, since, another, next, unlike, consequently, therefore, furthermore, likewise, additionally, indeed, in fact, clearly, except for, on the other hand, nevertheless, alternatively, conversely, besides, whiles, additionally, however, accordingly, although, and aside from. So that's just basically how you use claims and evidences in your writing. Like I said, you want to, these English teachers, you use one word and they can make a whole, thing about that. So depending on the rhetoric and the words they use, the writer uses to support their argument really makes a huge difference. So I hope that answers your questions. Let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comment section below. Please look out for some more AP Lang videos and have a nice weekend. Take care.